Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds from 3dgameman.com. Now this is a Q&A video, but it's kind of a follow-up video in a way to the internet bandwidth cap is pure evil rant that I did. That was rant number 4. I'll put a link to that on the screen here, so if you want to watch that before watching this, you can go watch that first, because that will give you some kind of background on what I'm talking about here. But it's about a lot of the larger telecommunications companies or internet companies are charging extra for when you go over a certain amount of bandwidth per month. Some people are aware of it, some people are not aware of it. They just pay the bill regardless what it is, and they go, oh well, I guess I got to pay it anyway. This is a very unfortunate because, you know, a lot of people who do not have a lot of money feel like they don't have any options. Well, there is an option, at least here in Ontario, Canada, and it is Teksavvy. They are 100% Canadian owned and operated, and by the way, I have no affiliation with them. I don't own the company. They're not paying me to do this. I'm doing this actually because I feel like Rogers has completely ripped me off for many, many months. They will not be doing this anymore. I had the ultimate plan. Great download, great upload speed, as you can see right here. But look at this, the cap. 175 gigabytes for the ultimate package, which will cost you well over $100 a month time you rent the fast high-speed internet modem. So this cap for me this turns me off completely because I'm always going over this. On average, I use anywhere from maybe 180 or 90 or 200 to maybe 250 gigabytes per month. Especially when you got this download speed, right? You're probably going to download a few more things than you used to. And just look at their other packages because they even get more ridiculous. And keep an eye here on the right-hand side how much it is per month. And remember that this is Canadian. 25 down, 1 up, excellent. Not so excellent. Look at this cap, ridiculous. I mean, most people are not watching TV anymore. They're watching all of their media online. News, movies, everything. Their extreme package gets much worse. 15 down, 1 up. Look at this. 80 gigabyte cap. This is extreme. This is not extreme, Rogers. This is ridiculous. Oh, and by the way, 9 emails. Who really cares about this? Most people are using, you know, Gmail or Hotmail or something else. Express. I'm not even going to tell you. You can look at this. Ridiculous. Light, even worse. Ultra light. Unbelievable. So now let's go to Teksavvy. And by the way, Teksavvy kind of piggybacks off of Rogers' network. Go figure, right? How can they give us better prices? Maybe they have less operating costs and so on and so forth. But still, I mean, it's almost double the cost when you factor in over usage and, you know, when you go over your bandwidth. So here we go. Their light package is not so great, but it's less than $30 a month. Look at the gigabyte cap, 300. Express, not too bad. This would be a good package I'd recommend to anybody here. 300 again, the cap. Now this is the package that actually I went for. I was going to go for this one right here with the unlimited gigabyte cap, reasonable, around $55 a month. I went for this one because I don't see myself using any more than 300 gigabytes per month. If that changes, I can always upgrade. I think there's a $5 charge, but again, it's reasonable. These are reasonable prices. Now, Rogers does have fantastic service, and the speeds are great on the the more expensive plans, but they are much more expensive. My beef with Rogers is this gigabyte cap. Now, you might think that Rogers' internet service is really expensive. Well, you have not seen anything yet, my friend. This is Bell Canada's internet service. It ranges from $25 all the way up to $56. Sounds appealing, right? These sound like and look like decent plans. But let's go through these. First of all, the Essential Plus, which only gives you 2 down and 800K up with a cap of 2 gigabytes. The Performance one, 6 down, 1 up, 25 gigabyte cap. Ridiculous. The fiber 6 service, 6 down, 1 up, but 25 gigabyte cap again. Fiber 12, 12 down, 1 up, not bad on speed, but it caps you at 50 gigabytes. Their fiber 16 service is 16 down, 1 up with a cap of 75 gigabytes. Their fiber 25 service is a really good 25 down, 7 up, but only 75 gigabytes. That's the cap that they have. Can you imagine? On this incredibly fast service, you are capped at only 75 gigabytes. To put that into perspective, that's around, maybe 7 movies, 1080p movies, and that's not to mention all the other stuff that you're doing on the internet. So, pretty poor, and I think this is their top plan, I do believe, but of course you can go over this cap if you want to. It's just that they will charge you per gigabyte once you actually go over that limit. And by the way, do you see anything here on this page telling customers that if they go over, there will be charges? I don't see much of anything here, to be honest. Nothing that pops out at me. But they don't want you to see this because, well, cha-ching for them. I mean, I can understand that they need to make money, but robbing and just this gouging is totally ridiculous. At least it is in my opinion. So of all these that I've looked at so far, Teksavvy, Rogers, and Bell, guess who wins out in overall performance and affordability? Teksavvy. Now, I think you'll agree with me that there's nothing wrong with companies making profits. I'm all for that, as long as these companies are not making enormous profits from their budget-conscious customers. And that's what we are for the most part. We cannot afford to spend $100, $200, $300 a month on internet services. Rogers especially, they are losing a lot of their clients, or I would imagine they are. They're probably going to lose me pretty soon for the regular TV service. I don't watch it anymore, so I guess they're trying to compensate. They know that they're losing customers there, and they want to kind of make up for the loss of profits somewhere else. But there has to be some kind of middle ground, some kind of reasonable cap that you can come up with. Like, for example, here what Teksavvy is doing. This is reasonable. And even at their most expensive rate, I think that this is even reasonable. Now, the download speed and the upload speed might not be as fast as Rogers or Bell, but I would imagine that most people would probably not worried about that super duper download speed and upload speed for the most part, as long as they have a reasonable gigabyte cap. And if you are watching this video and you are laughing at us here in Canada, don't laugh too long, because once every other country catches on to what's going on, they're going to go, aha, we can do this, so we're going to do it. So if you are now, capless, you have no gigabyte cap, enjoy it while it lasts, because I suspect that most internet service providers across the planet will start doing this if we let them. So speak out if you can about this, because I think there has to be some kind of compromise, between us, their clients, and these internet service providers.